Oh, hello. No, going on here. Nobody's watching. All right, let me figure out what the problem is here. Yeah, well, I'm glad somebody replied because it says I have 0 views on this stream, and I was wondering if anybody was hearing me because nobody was typing in the chat, or at least not to answer to me. Can I get a confirmation that the sound is okay? You can hear me okay? And does it sound better than usual? Yeah, there's Deborah Knight says hello. It's funny because my analytics is showing 0 views right now. That's odd. Okay, so I want to do my usual. If anybody has any questions for the cards, I would love to get them. Sounds good. Everybody's saying it sounds good. Great. And but before I get to questions, I just want to talk about this YouTube channel uh, that I want to tell people to stay clear of. The guy's called Morgue Official, which right there, the name should be a red flag. And he apparently got his hands on a Gnostic Bible, which I've come to, which I've already debunked as complete fear porn and like a disinformation program that's been put out there. Let me find this guy. The first clue should be the number of subscribers he has. Spelled it. Yeah, this guy. Yeah, it's funny. Or, yeah, this guy's just looking at this guy. So, I mean, I don't know what kind of truther would look at this guy and think, oh, yeah, he's probably got some good information. Share, but share sound. Because I don't think anybody should be listening to this guy. So, here's the guy, Morgue Official, with his bleached blonde dragon-born hairstyle. Morgue, which means death, official. And look at the crap this guy's putting out now. See, the most recent. I want. Oh my God, the zodiac signs actually demons. Yeah. How about this one? This band gospel reveals the real plan for the Antichrist, and it's happening now. Another one. I discovered the real God, why the monad was too dangerous to teach. Anyways, absolute garbage. All he's doing is sowing doubt and fear into people's minds. And when you find something that's fundamentally flawed in a philosophy, like I did with the whole soul traps thing, yeah. All right, because the whole premise of the soul trap is that time is linear, which is false. Okay. So if you have one thing that you find is a false teaching in something, then you can pretty much bet that all of it is going to be garbage. Okay. So I'm not saying all Gnostics because not all Gnostics were of the same ideas, right? They had, just like you have different Christian sects, there were different Gnostic sects as well. The meaning of the word gnosis is that you you don't go to a source of information like a written word or a teacher or anything like that. It's an inner knowing through experience. That's what a Gnostic is. Yeah. Anyhow, hi Cherie. Glad to see you here. So can I get any questions for the cards from anybody out there? We are public right now, and if not, I don't want to spend a lot of time on this segment of the show because I want to get to doing my investigation onto Major General Neil McCaslin and possibly Reza. Michelle. You can go back and watch in the from the recording, but no, I was just telling people to stay away from Morgue Official, this YouTube channel that's giving false information from the Gnostics. I guess I'm gonna have to go and find those books for myself, read them, and then address all the flaws and fallacies in those that are being put out right now. Just just to distract people, to get people's eyes off of the truth, to scare them. Noticed one thing. I'm not getting noise from my phone anymore. Maybe that's because it's off. My camera that's up usually get a bunch of noise coming. Hold on a second. I need to do something. I'm going to turn this off. Okay. All of us awake people are dorks. Yeah. Yeah. But it's being able to recognize that you're a dork, right? That's the important thing. Yeah, that's Michelle, that was just back up in the chat. Just go back up in the chat and they're just making some jokes about the three S's. Question from Debbie. She's going to a physical therapy. You're going to physical therapy for arthritis in your knees. You can hardly walk. Will I get relief soon? Okay, Debbie, I'm really sorry to hear that. Um, you know, I expected by the age of 62 years old for my knees to be completely shot because of the 2,000 miles and more that I walked. But 2,000 miles in a single season, boy, there's a boom. If you can see it here, this mic has a, oh, no, it's hard to, can't see it, but this boom gets in the way of me shuffling the cards. It makes it a little bit harder. So I got to figure out how to work around that, I guess. Yeah, geeks, dorks, nerds. Yeah. All right. So, yeah, your knees, Debbie, and yeah, when real quick, I'm just going to talk a little bit about my walking. About halfway through the trail, my right knee, I want to say it was my right knee. Now I can't even remember. Was hurting so bad. I mean, the pain was so intense, and I had a knee brace that I would put on it, which helped, and I would take paracetamol or I, ibuprofen, whatever, Tylenol. And I was thinking I wasn't going to make it. I was thinking I was going to have to quit because the pain was getting so bad. Then I talked to a veteran long distance hiker, and he said, "Yeah, your body will adjust. Just keep going, and soon that pain will go away. Your body will get used to it, and you won't need the painkillers anymore." And he was right. I still had to wear the knee brace, and then once I got home and I stopped abusing my body like that every day, my knees got better. Oops. And my mother had to get knee replacement surgery, and I thought for sure by the time I was the age I am now that I would just have destroyed my knees. However, when I was back home recently and met up with a friend of mine who's my age, a couple months older than me. He showed me he couldn't even bend his knee like 45 degrees. I can do deep knee bends still. I can bend all the way down, touch the floor, and stand all the way back up again. So I feel very, very lucky that I still have mobility in my knees. Okay, so Debbie, thank you for the question. You're going to physical therapy for arthritis in your knees. You can hardly walk. Will I get relief soon? Okay, so I'm gonna take your question and focus it in a little bit more. I'm gonna say I'm gonna ask the question: what will the effect of the physical therapy be on your knees? What is this going to be the thing that gives you back some mobility, or will you need something more like a knee replacement therapy or something like that? Okay, let me go to my settings to bring my cards up. Do that. I have to do first. I have to unpin myself and yeah, all right. Okay, Debbie, this is for you. So, well, this physical therapy that you're getting for your knees, bring you relief. I'm muted. I'm not muted. I mean, I'm not muted on the app. You can see there's no mute. I mean, there's no mute on my. Yeah. So, are you saying my microphone's not working? Hello, test 1, 2, 3. Can you hear me? Okay. So it was just a maybe a glitch with the wire or something. Okay. You were not anymore. No, that was probably just while I was switching camera. Okay, so you can hear me now. All right, Debbie, will this physical therapy bring you relief soon? Okay, so I cut these already. Can't remember. Yeah, I did. Okay. Oh wow, it's the Empress. Louis, the devil. It can be a good thing in this because the devil is about freedom, liberation. Eight of Pentacles, strength. That's a good outcome. Hierophant and the moon. So, believe it or not, one of the key words that goes with the word, I mean, with the card, the devil, is liberation. So, and it can also be things like, well, painkillers, like strong painkillers. And that would be for now. So, I'm wondering, Debbie, have you been yet, and have they prescribed to you any type of drugs for this? Um, if they have, and if it's like a powerful painkiller, uh, be very careful with the dosage and how much of it you use, and only stay on it long enough to where the so this hierophant down here represents actually whatever institution it is that you're going to, and they are going to do the best work that they can do to give you back that mobility. And I think, yes, that you will get relief soon. Think of the lion in this card as the pain and discomfort from your knees. And then, and that angel is being able to subdue that. Okay. Um, just be very cautious of any painkillers that they may give you. Okay. Uh, you say you're taking two of something now. It's not very strong. Okay. And there might be a temptation there to try something stronger. Okay. So just be very cautious of that. But yeah, I think you got a good physical therapy practitioner, like the whole culture of that place. So it's like uh, because of this hierophant here. So yeah, it looks like the therapy is going to give you some relief from this pain. Okay. So another question there from Tanya. Okay, so let me read this conspiracy theory. It looks like that Michelle Bowers put up. Steve Jobs, here's the crazy ones that here. Oh, okay. It's a quote. Here's to the crazy ones, the rebels, the troublemakers. That's what it does. Yeah. Yeah, Steve Jobs might have been one of the good guys. Maybe that's why he didn't stick around very long. Hey, Tanya, will my little sis, who recently lost her spouse of 26 years, oh, I remember you talking about that, find a solid job before summer? Yeah, okay. Yeah, I remember that was like you talked about that when we were on air right after it happened. And I'm so sorry for her. It must be really hard, and it was sudden too. I think I remember you saying. I Yeah, I can imagine having a partner for 26 years and then to lose them suddenly like that. It must be extremely difficult for her. And now she's got to find a solid job for the summer. Well, that's what she's looking for anyway. Hello, Serena. Nice to see you back. I'll read your question in a minute. If I skip over your question or forget, just remind me. Maybe put your question in all caps. Make it easier for me to see. You're welcome, Debbie. Okay, so this is for Tanya, right? That question again. Sister, your little sister. Okay. Your little sister's needs to find a solid job before, and you're in California, right? Okay. This is for Tanya's little sister. Tower. Well, that's what, boy, isn't that appropriate. This microphone gets in my way. Isn't that appropriate for what your sister's going through right now? She's had the rug pulled out from under her by losing her husband. Now she finds herself in a situation where she's got to find a job. Let's hope that there's some relief for her coming up. Yeah, and then that now the Ace of Cups, hmm, the Fool in the past. That's a good thing. Okay, that tells me that. Um, well, let me look at the Moon and Death. Wow, this combination of cards right here, the Moon and Death, in all the spreads I've ever done, I've only gotten those cards adjacent to each other. This might be the fifth time, and it always has to do with the passing of somebody. Um, so there's a there's like a series of events that has been started by the passing of her husband. And there's a twofold meaning to this. Okay. This is saying that because of that event, it's caused this new thing to happen in her life, forcing her out to get a new job and like kind of forcing her to find a new way of living without her husband. And it's not a bad thing in this case. Oh, great. Seven of Pentacles and an Ace of Pentacles. Okay. So now I can't give you timing, Tanya. I can never do that. So I can't tell you for sure. Yeah, one of the parts of your question was, will it happen before the summer? I can't guarantee that. However, what I can guarantee is that she certainly will find a solid job, something that is already within her field or something that she has some expertise on. But more importantly, it's going to help to get her in alignment with her um, purpose. Okay. Uh, I think your sister is a spiritual seeker. Am I right, Tanya? Um, she's somebody who puts her faith in a higher power. Um, she trusts that the universe will take care of her, and that trust will be rewarded. And this is a very difficult thing to understand, but when we have tragedies like this happening in our life, yes, you answer yes, yeah. When we have tragedies like this that happen in our life, like losing a loved one, especially in the way it happened, it's to allow us to become more of who we are, or to find our true purpose. You understand? That's like when our brother Frank the Tank, most of you guys know Frank. I don't want to get his last name wrong. Frank, you know Frank. He just went through a terrible loss of more than 20 years at the same job with a big corporation. And yeah, when I did a reading for him, there's a reason why that happened, right? This is the same thing that's going on. She's your bookend. That's what I thought. Yeah. Yeah. So pass this on to your sister. Everything's that's happening in her life right now is happening for a reason. Yeah, I can feel actually I can feel your emotion, Tanya. From all the way over here. I feel it. And this is what I'm here to do, guys. Things like this right here. This is why I was so hurt when Derek went and spent, I don't know, a few minutes looking at my YouTube channel and came to the conclusion that I was a bad guy. Yeah, that was a tear. There's a little bit more here of a message. Um, Even though he's gone, her husband's love for her is never ending, and he's able to pass that love and that power of love on to her through her through her dreams, through her subconscious. He's always with her. Okay, so you can pass that on as well. All right. Well, and Garvey is also struggling after having her partner pass away. Only $455 a month. That's like just an insult. I mean, you couldn't even live in Thailand off that. Okay. So do you guys have any more questions for the cards? Before I go, uh, I'd like to remind everybody that I am available for private readings. I know times are hard right now, and maybe this is why. And by the way, this is not me complaining, okay? Because I'm doing okay. Now that I'm getting my pension, as small as it is, um, that and with the little bit of income I get from, I'm getting maybe one or two clients a month now. Um, I My YouTube earnings are over $100 this month. I'm doing good because I've been working hard, guys. I've been working hard to make my intuitive investigations. I've been working hard to get here live to talk to you guys. These live streams actually do pretty well. Uh, the algorithms like them. They pay me more. I get fewer views, but they pay me more per view. So it kind of works out. if you like what you're seeing here right now and you're not subscribed, most of you watching this are subscribed already. I know that from looking at my algorithms. 80% of all my viewers are already subscribed. So there's a small percentage, 20%, who watch my videos and are not subscribed. Either they hate me and they're just lurkers watching me to catch me on a fail, to point out someplace how I'm wrong or something like that. Um, but if you are watching this and you're happy with what you see and what you hear, and you're not subscribed, I would like to ask you to please subscribe. It's not. It's more of a morale boost than anything. Um, I don't want my subscribe. I have 11,002 subscribers right now, and I don't want that to drop to below 11,000 because the special number 11. Oh, I'm glad to hear I make you laugh, Tanya. I I really, if I happen to make you laugh out there, drop a laughy smile face in the chat because that makes me feel good. Makes me know that somebody out there got my joke or whatever. Okay. So oh yeah, let me show you how if you would like to get and what I was saying is I can't imagine how tough it is in America right now with the fuel prices going up. It's happening here now. I guess I had some intuitive insight that there was going to be uh, an attack on the oil reserves. No, that's not true. But I just happened to coincidentally uh, fill my gas tank on my motorcycle. So it's tiny. It's like 3 or 4 gallons of gas or whatever. But that'll last me 2 weeks. It's been we're going in the so I've already been running on that one tank of gas for a month now, and I'm still at half a tank. I mean, I don't go far. I just go to the gym, which is only 15 minutes away. But I haven't gone back to any petrol stations, as we call them here, gas stations. Since then, every time I go past one, there are long lines of people, and they're starting to ration fuel now. So I got to remember to wake up early in the morning, go to the gas station, and fill my tank again. And prices here have gone up double. Something like it's like $4 a gallon now. So I understand most of y'all don't have extra money to be spending on a tarot card reading. And that's why I don't ask for a specific amount of money. Just look, here's the thing. I'm here to help you. If you would like to use my services, pay me whatever you got. I mean, really $10 would be minimum. I mean, just because after they take out like percentages for the transfer and stuff, I don't get much. But what I'm saying is you don't have to pay the $100 or so for an hour. Oh yeah. And so let me show you how you can find me. I am Intuitive Insights and Tarot. This is my website. Come down here, book here. I no longer have a booking app, so you have to email me, tell me where you live and what time you would like to have a session. Okay. I'm going to change this. I'm going to take out, I need to take out the suggested price because I just want, you can just pay whatever you can pay. Oh, I misspelled contact. Got to change that too. Uh, this is this is a link to my Telegram channel. Or that's okay. Well, it is just for contacting me for readings. Probably should remove buy me a coffee now because that's not an efficient way to get paid. If you're out of the country, you can use PayPal. If you're in America, you can use Cash App or PayPal. Either one is fine. If you're out of the country and you don't have PayPal, then that's the only reason you should use Buy Me a Coffee. Right? And let me put a link to this chat for you. Some notifications on my phone. Let me just make sure it's trying to get a hold of me. Okay. All right. So I saw some questions. Serena has a question. Guess the cards. What the Facebook friend who sends me what the Facebook friend who sends me memes. What like who are they? What's their motivation? My question would be why have you not blocked the person? Do you not know how to do that? Just looking at reading your chat, guys. Give me a minute. Michelle would like to schedule a meeting, reading. That would be awesome, Michelle. I know we've done readings in the past. I would love to see you again. Any help I could give you would make me very happy. Boy, this microphone booms. See if I put it down here. Is this okay? Let me know that you can still hear me, okay? Yeah, okay. Let me get to Serena's question about the mean memes. It's hard to say. Let me read that again. Uh, yeah, that's the Facebook friend. Me, this is hard to say. Facebook friend who sends me mean memes. Say that 3 times fast. You say sometimes I have to talk. Sometimes you have to talk to her. I'm wondering if she realizes what she is doing. Okay. Yeah, I can do that for you, Serena. And so you can't block her because she's a workmate. Have here's another thing. Have you asked her to stop doing it? And by the way, being mean is relative. So like some people think I'm mean. Derek thinks I'm mean. You know? So maybe to her they're not mean. Maybe she thinks they're funny. Is she picking on you? Some aspect of you? What exactly are the means about? And while you're thinking of that, I've often thought she is. Yeah. pretty much everybody's an NPC. So just have to understand that. All right, so let's take a look. Serena, first card will be you. The second card will be her, and the fourth card will be the one that's like reveals the mystery. Because why is she doing this? Yeah, that's like what is her motivation? Really, is what you a priestess. Well, you're a witch. That might have something to do with it. A white witch. Isn't that isn't that amazing, Serena? Serena Magic literally gets the High Priestess card. That's amazing. She is actually not doing this alone. She's conspiring with somebody else because you say you work with her. Yeah, you're wondering her intentions. Just try to cause you trouble. Just jealousy, probably. There's something about your and Two of Cups is the out. There's something about you that she wishes she was like, or something like that. Every time. Oh, hello. Is she gay? I don't mean that in a derogatory way. I mean, I have no problem. And let me restate this again for everybody. I have no problem with homosexuals. Okay. Some of my dearest friends are homosexuals. My nephew's a homosexual. Okay. It sucks that I have to like make this disclaimer. I have no problem with them. Okay. Um, but it looks like either she's in love with you, uh, and so she's like having it's causing problems with herself, and especially since she's she may have conservative values, so she may be a self-hating homosexual. And so this is her way of dealing with it, something like that. It's already been an hour, and I said I was going to keep this short, didn't I? Well, I'm having fun too. I'm enjoying. I'm not even sure if I'm going to get to my intuitive investigation today. Because, I don't know. I probably should though. I'm going to see what you guys say. I want to wait for. I'm going to wait for Serena to give me some comments on what I just said here. Look, this is a powerful love connection thing. She's married to a man. That doesn't mean anything. It has five kids. Doesn't mean anything, especially if this is something that she keeps buried, like a deep secret that she keeps buried. Okay, so it doesn't matter. People can be gay, homosexual, and be in a marriage, in a heterosexual marriage, and have children. Doesn't mean anything. Okay. Um, okay. Let me do a counter possibility. If she's not in love with you, okay, which really what it looks like here, then she wants to be just like you, and she's jealous of you or something like that. She sees something in you that she wishes that she had. And so this is kind of a way at by tearing you down, it makes her feel better or something like that. Okay. All right. I'm gonna go ahead and pick these up. Am I in the mood for an investigation tonight? Got nothing else to do. Caffeine's still doing its job. Not hungry yet because I just ate. I think she's intimidated. Yeah. Does she know about your witchy abilities and that you can see her spirit? Do you ever talk to her about that? Does she know about that? Um, I don't think intimidated would be the right word, but envious. You definitely have the upper hand, as Michelle points out. Um, so I don't know. I would, if it was me, I would confront her face to face in real life and say, "Hey, I don't know what your intention is with these memes that you're sending me, but please stop." Okay. Now, were there any more questions? Did I miss any? If not, I'm going to go ahead and go to investigations and try to figure out where is retired Major General Neil McCaslin. Was his disappearance voluntary? Let me go ahead and change this up right now. Is this the one? Right. So we got this guy. Now, this has been on the mainstream news, and I heard about it. It's been like 2 weeks now since this guy disappeared. And from the moment I first heard about it, he oversaw, as you can see here in this picture, some kind of like secret underground base that conducted research on UAPs, UFOs, biologics. He was in charge of all of that. And a couple of weeks ago, his wife came home from a doctor's appointment, and he was gone. He's a retired major general. I think he's not that old. He's like a few years older than me. He had been complaining of brain fog, but the people who knew him said that he had no dementia, he had no Alzheimer's, nothing like that. He only took with him a gun, a revolver. I have the information somewhere, but he left behind his glasses, his cell phone, and he didn't bring with him any hiking gear. He just went out to the desert, disappeared. Now, if you were to ask me what probably happened, and to use the simplest answer is probably the correct one, it would be that he went out there to end his life. There were times when I haven't thought about seriously ending my own life since I was 19 years old, and I got the message from my higher self that I couldn't do it because I was here for a purpose. Um, and you don't know that Honey used to be a regular guest on this show for 2 years. Honey and I worked together for 2 years, answering questions like this. You did not know that, and yeah, Honey's great. Um, I don't listen to any other spiritual advisors or mediums or anything on YouTube anymore because I like to keep myself compartmentalized. I don't like to be affected by what others say. But she's Honey is the only one I would recommend going to listen to because she always keeps it positive. I don't always agree with Honey. I have to say that. I don't just take everything she says as absolute 100%. And I don't take everything I say as absolute 100% either. Remember, certainty is the enemy of the truth. You think you know something 100% and you're 100% certain of it, then chances are you're going to miss the truth somewhere. Okay. So, yeah, getting back to this guy, I'm going to do an investigation on him. And I'm going to do it live for my members only. And let me thank again all my members out there. Uh, if I didn't have you guys, I'm not sure I would have the motivation to be here at all. You guys are what do that for me. Serina, you have to ask Honey about that. Um, I, for me, it was becoming kind of like a job where I had to show up at 7 a.m. every Monday morning. And it was good for business for me whenever when Honey was regular. Of course, my views went way up and I got more paid uh, questions for the cards and things like that. But it was starting to feel like a responsibility that I had to do. So even though I didn't want to end my collaborations with Honey, when she decided that it was time to move on, she went on. She wanted to do something else in that time slot. That was what she told me. I was disappointed because I knew I was going to lose viewers and I knew I was going to lose revenue, but I was also relieved because I kind of had my freedom back. So, and look, if it wasn't for Honey, I wouldn't have there'd probably 2,000 subscribers that I got just because of Honey. So I owe her a lot. She's a wonderful person. I met her in person, um, but I think it was time for us to go our separate ways. That's all. Thank you, Tanya. It's very kind of you to say. Um, I don't have a huge number of views on my videos, and but as Michelle Bowers told me a long time ago, it's about quality, not quantity. You guys, you viewers who are watching this right now, you are the quality that I'm. Yeah, I know she's working with Janine, and frankly, after the way Janine treated me last year, um, I, I don't want any help from Janine. Janine helped me get to where I am, and I appreciate it, but she treated me very unfairly last year. I don't want to get back into it. I've talked about it before, um, but and by the way, does anybody know if well, no, I don't even want to go there because it's funny, up until recently, up until the Jim Carrey uh, debacle, controversy, conspiracy theories, every time I happen to do a reading on an international story or a big viral story, Janine's cards agreed with mine almost every time. And then recently, apparently, I don't know, I didn't see it. She did a reading that said Jim Carrey was a clone or whatever. He'd been swapped. They got him, which is not what I got. And I don't think that's true. And that's when 50 people unsubscribed because, oh, I didn't agree with Janine, I guess. And yeah, I question people's veracity when if you know by saying something that's going to be unpopular, people are going to unsubscribe. Would you do that? You understand what I'm saying? So my reading on Jim Carrey. By the way, I could have twisted my cards to make it into that. Oh yeah, he got swapped because I know that's what everybody wanted to hear. I knew that that was 90% of the internet, and still to this day, even though, by the way, Jim Carrey just booked a world tour. Do you think that they're going to have Alexis Stone dressed up as Jim Carrey doing Jim Carrey? Do you think anybody else can be Jim Carrey on a live act? So if that's true, okay, and Jim Carrey hits the stage, you're going to know in the first 5 seconds if that's Jim Carrey or not. Okay. Now, if this happens and I'm proven to be correct that he didn't go anywhere, are those subscribers going to come back? Will people unsubscribe from other people who said he was dead and gone? No, and you know why? Because it's easy to fool people, but it's impossible to convince them that they've been fooled. Tanya, yes, you that's what I think as well. And I have nothing against her. In fact, I'm proud of somebody who has been empowered to go from being very poor as she was to making herself into a millionaire. That's great, you know. Um, Good for her. And I am always eternally going to be in her debt. None of you right now would know who I am if it wasn't for Janine. Well, no, that's not true. There's a couple of you out there who knew me before I was on Janine's. Right. And let's not talk bad about Janine. Okay. I don't want this to start to snowball into something like that. Okay. I think and Janine is doing what she believes is the right thing to do. All right. I defended Janine many times when people attacked her. That guy, what's his name? Simon. Was it Simon something? That connecting consciousness guy. He's a complete charlatan and a con artist. He's been stealing, literally stealing money from people. I've had clients who said that they booked a session with him and then he didn't even show up. He just like passed it on to one of his underlings or not at all, like paid for services that they didn't even get. Oh, and Garvey, you were here back when I only had 150 subscribers. Wow. All right, guys. Well, you know what? I am going to do my investigation, and so I'm going to switch this over to members only. Looks like most of you all here all are members. Can I? Is it possible for me to give away memberships yet? Let me check. This this microphone boom shocking me now. Let's see. Nope. I got a few more days before I can give away 10 more free memberships. So next month. So I'm going to set this for 5 minutes to switch over to members only. So if you would like to make any final comments, if you would like to watch me record my intuitive investigation into General Aslin, then for $2, you could join my members only and watch me do a live recording and get to see the answer to the question before I actually put the video out. Because then after that, I have to edit the video and release it. So it will be another 24 hours before the public will see it. So 5 minutes until we switch over to members only. Thank you, Anne. And I take a minute to let the dog out. Pardon me. So I'm really digging this new microphone because I can talk in a much more normal voice. When I used to use the microphone that was on the camera, I used to, I think, overmodulate, speak too loud because I wanted to make sure I was heard. Right, Serena, you have a sweet dreams, and I'm glad that my reading. Good night. This phone is off too much. I need to put it on mute. Okay, that's muted. Okay. Let me get set up for my next part of my podcast. I need to pull up my YouTube page. I want to thank everybody who tuned in during the live today to watch this. I appreciate y'all being here. And I'm going to be trying to do these lives 2 or 3 times a week. I hope you subscribe and turn on that notification so that you can see. The 2.5 minutes, just about. So yeah, if you want to join the live recording of my intuitive investigation, you see that join button on your phone or on your laptop. Click that, and for just $2, and you can try it for 1 month. And if you don't think it's worth it, you can always not continue your subscription or your membership. So yeah, and with Serena, doesn't the High Priestess come up for you every time I pull cards for you, Serena? Well, she's gone to bed now, so she can't answer. But yeah, there's no doubt about it that Serena is a witchy woman. It's a white witchy woman. See, Sandy's saying, I'd be interested to ask the cards like a work relationship she has with her husband. I think I missed something. Doesn't own a cell phone. Wow. Wow, it's amazing that there's somebody in this world who doesn't have a cell phone. Okay, well, and how are you watching me on your son's phone? You don't have a smart TV? But if you're on a smart TV, it's hard to chat and to join members. So, anyways, I got 10 seconds. Thank everybody here who was not a member. Thank you for watching live. Thank you for watching the replay, and I'll catch you next time.